Hello everybody, I'm Uncle Hans, back again to talk about Chinese characters. I don't ordinarily teach English, but today I have something very important to say. Recently, you have heard about the American Vice President, Mr. Vance, who had said something derogatory about Chinese, and the Chinese translated it as Chang Bao Lao. I want to talk about exactly what he said, because this is important. He said, we borrow money from Chinese peasants to buy the things those peasants manufacture. This is a meaningless English sentence. The person who said this, the Vice President of the United States, cannot speak proper English. This sentence is garbage, but he did mean to say something. In the United States, we have two kinds of people now. One kind of person is, we call them a mega moron. There's something wrong with their thinking. The other kind of American is a regular American who is relatively intelligent. But I need to explain how a MAGA moron thinks. Okay, what he meant to say, and we want to understand two concepts. This is America, this is China. The first concept is what we call a trade deficit. And it works like this. In America, we have dollars. In China, they have stuff. We give some of our dollars to Chinese people, and they give some of their stuff to us. The MAGA moron looks at this and he says, oh my God, Chinese now have American dollars. That's dangerous. Well, what do you expect? We have Chinese stuff. That's not a bad thing. But they are afraid because Chinese now have American dollars. So the MAGA moron does not understand a trade deficit. That leads to the second concept, globalism. Now the globalist understands, okay, we are all one big family. Okay, so we gave some dollars to the Chinese and we got some stuff back. That's okay. We are all one big family. We are not afraid of the Chinese, but the MAGA moron thinks, oh my God, the Chinese, their culture will come here. We'll have to learn to speak Chinese. Oh, the Chinese control us. So there are two lines of thought. One is the MAGA moron thought, we are Americans. My God, we can't have Chinese having American dollars. And the other is the globalist. Okay, so what? We're all going to get richer and slowly the world will get better. Okay, now that I've said that, this is what Mr. Vance intended to say. Mr. Vance is a MAGA moron. He grew up in a place called Kentucky, which is kind of backwards, and so he was a hillbilly. Hillbilly means Chang Bao Lao. And the word hillbilly comes from mountain goat because back in the old days they were uneducated, they did not shave, and so they looked like billy goats or male goats. But we translate this word peasants. Peasants is not a bad word. It means nongming. Most of the time it means poor farmers. The important thing is that you understand what's happening in America now. We have two kinds of people, MAGA morons and normal people. I want to talk about Chang Bao Lao. Shang is a Chinese character. It basically means country. So here's the character for Shang. This is a simplified character. We look at it, oh, what's that? So let's look at the traditional character. This is a modern traditional character, and you say, what's that? Now we go back to the seal character. Okay, what's that? So this is the oldest pictographic character. And what you see here on the left-hand side, you see one kneeling person. They're going to eat together. On the right-hand side, you see another kneeling person. They're going to eat together. And in the middle, you have a big bowl of rice. And so these are people who eat together and talk together and live together. And basically, so it means the small village people, the village from which you came. I'm Uncle Hans. Hopefully you'll join me next time as we discuss more about Chinese characters.